Okay, now this will be my first YouTube video. Guys, I'm Emily Pearl and I'll be doing a little time-lapse video here. In this time-lapse video, I'll be explaining how I got here with my art, why I wanted to do YouTube, and just a little bit about myself. Just to get it out of the way, I already drew an outline sketch of who I wanted to draw. Who I'm drawing is my best friend, so shout out to her. Just to get it out of the way, I'll be explaining the materials I'll be using in this time-lapse. The first material I'm using is the 5mm and 7mm mechanical pencils. One is for detail and the one is for everything else. Gouache paint, I don't know how to pronounce it right, but this is what I use, kind of like watercolor. Paintbrush, any size paintbrush would do. And painter's tape, just to do the designs and have crisp, clean lines when I'm doing the painting. So now let me tell you a little bit about myself. My full name is Emily Pearl Gonzalez. I grew up in a small town called El Paso, Texas. Growing up in the Mexican culture, I fell in love with all the types of artwork that Mexicans created, from like the Chicano street art to just the artwork created by Frida Kahlo. Since I was little, I loved art. You would see me holding a crayon and paper so I could take it anywhere and anytime, and I could draw anything that I wanted. So naturally, I went to art classes, I went to art clubs, I participated in anything that had art. When I got into middle school, that's when I started to take art a little bit more seriously. I started to learn about the elements of art and started to competing a lot in school district competitions. And then once I made it to high school, I became even more competitive and even more into art. That's when I knew for sure that I wanted this to be a career. I wanted to become an artist. And so using the competitions from school, using the materials and everything that the school could provide me, I took advantage of it. I had amazing mentors throughout my years of being in art clubs and art classes that have helped me to become the artist that I am right now, and I am thankful for them for that. So going back to in high school, I loved creating artwork of people. I loved drawing people. I loved drawing portraits of people. I loved creating that realism effect in drawing and in painting. But I did not have an established art style. I just drew people, and it kind of frustrated me because I would see my artwork being scattered all over the place and it didn't look like I had a series or something cohesive. So kind of towards the end of my high school years, I started to develop a sort of art style. I knew that me being in love with the Mexican culture, I wanted to represent the Mexican culture through my artwork, or any culture for that reason. So I started creating these series. I started to finally add desert plants, desert imagery into my artwork. And in my last year of high school, I didn't realize, but I created a series called Women of the Desert. And that is when I take portraits of women or have paintings, drawings of them, and adding desert flowers around them. In this series, I represent women as desert plants, as desert flowers. That we are beautiful, we are delicate, we're perfect, but we have survived through the harshest of times, and that we will continue surviving through these harsh times. And that's what I want to represent in my artwork, and that's what I was able to do. So, seeing how I not only developed on how I drew to something that I considered realistic, but I also added finally a new series in my artwork, something that is more like a signature style, as I would see everybody else in El Paso have. Everybody has their own little signature style. So after high school, I started to panic thinking, what was I gonna do after high school with my art? And luckily, I've been accepted to the Miami University of Art and Design, which I'm currently attending. But I felt like I wanted to do so much more than just go to a university. Luckily, I was already having a little bit of a name outside of my high school. I've already participated in so many art pop-ups and so many art shows and so many art events that at this point I feel like I've lost track a little bit. But after high school, I started working and I started investing my paycheck into my artwork. I started buying business cards, stickers, prints, shirts, and like screen prints, like everything that I could do with my art, I tried to do it. That helped me build a brand of my artwork, and I was surprised that anybody was interested in buying my artwork. I was surprised that there was people that enjoyed my artwork. It was just an amazing feeling where I had these art shows and these amount of people come up to me and say that my artwork is amazing and inspiring and that I should keep going at it. And it did motivate me so much. And now being away from my city, moving to Florida, it kind of feels like I started from ground zero again. But thanks to the small businesses over there, thanks to the artists over there in El Paso, you guys motivated me to not give up. You guys motivated me to keep doing what I loved doing the most, and which is creating art. And doing this, I started to build my art more as a business. I am now taking approaches whether I should make more merch, whether I should make more artwork, whether I should make more prints, stickers, and all that. I started to look at my artwork more as a business, in which I wanted it to be. And I mean, besides the business aspect of it, I had a lot of struggles where I was thinking that this art piece was the best I could do. But I continued to surprise myself. I continued to prove myself wrong. And even to my latest art piece, which is this, I still feel like I could do better. That there is something that I'm going to create that is better than this. Even though part of me feels that this is the peak of my greatness, that there's going to be something better than this. And which I want to show you guys. So the reason why I started a YouTube channel is because I wanted to show everyone my process. But I also wanted a place where I could communicate with you guys. Social media could do so much, and with people like trying to text me and I try to like respond, it's hard through social media, it's hard through text, and it's hard to have like 13 seconds of a story to explain everything that I do. And that's why thinking creating a YouTube channel could help me express that. It could help me get closer to my audience. It could help me finally build like a sort of like platform, like to not only to show my artwork and express how I feel about it, but to actually spread my artwork throughout the nation, to even throughout the world. And I remember when I opened my Etsy store, I was surprised that there was people from all over the country that wanted either a print or a shirt. Just to think that there is free platforms for artists in the internet such as YouTube, it makes me glad that I live in this era where I could actually make a name for myself using just these platforms. I wanted to take advantage of that. I want to express that this is Chicano art, that this is Mexican art, that this is Mexican American art. I was even surprised that when I came to Miami, the art teacher who has been living here for many years of her life does not know what Chicano art is. And so I want to bring that over here. I wanted to come to Miami and to show my artwork here and to attend the college of my dreams. So now that I tell you my reason why I created YouTube, telling you a little bit about my artwork, what honestly took me to be here, I just wanted to say that I am looking forward to creating content for you guys. I'm looking forward to showing you my process behind my drawings. I'm looking forward for the time lapses, the wacky Q&As, and even like the challenges of trying out this, trying out that. I'm looking forward to all of that. But most importantly, I want to thank the people who are currently watching this, because I posted it on my Instagram and I posted it on Facebook. I want to thank you guys for supporting me and for actually caring about local art. I think everyone in El Paso, to even the local artists here, should deserve some recognition. And I appreciate everything that you guys have done. I appreciate the fans for the likes, the comments, for everything in my Instagram, to my Facebook. I appreciate all of you guys. I also want to give one last special thanks to the one person that stood by me and supported me, my dream from day one, which is my mom. And I can't wait to just show you what is next to come in my artwork, in my art business, and even in my life. I hope you guys will be there to see all these different changes that will happen within my life. This is weird to say it now, but make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. So now that I'm done drawing, I will see you guys next week.